About 10 years ago, I sold off my Pokemon collection. At the time, I got about $800 for the collection. And this collection was stacked, to say the least. Tons of EXs, E-Series cards, Deltas, Vintage, you name it, I had it, and these are just a few of the heavy hitters. And I regret selling it today because it's now worth $5,040. Ouch. And so I would like to restart my collection, but I have nothing to start, so I'm going to be starting from scratch. And my hope from this series is to gain my collection and grow it so that it can compete head-to-head with my childhood collection. This is Pokemon from scratch. How's it going, guys? I'm really excited to start this new journey with you guys and just trying to build my Pokemon collection back up. And as I'm talking here, I'm going to go ahead and throw pictures of my old childhood collection up on the screen. I actually had these pictures taken when I was looking to sell the collection. I apologize for the pictures being of poor quality because this is on a box of a phone, like a rock phone. You know how it was back in the day. And so the pictures are not good, but this is my real collection from when I was a kid. And if you know anything about my TCG journey, my house did burn down in 3rd grade. So I lost everything, all of my childhood stuff, but this is essentially my childhood collection from what I could actually own from 3rd grade on to, probably right before I went into high school. So this era is a very interesting era in which there's tons of these Delta cards, which were new that came out, tons of E-Series, and tons and tons of EXs. That was kind of like the thing back then. I remember buying like tons of tins when I was younger, and you kind of got that automatic EX and then a couple packs, and so that was always a good deal. And yeah, I had a really, really, really cool collection that was worth that's now worth like $5,000, which makes me super salty, and I want to just come back and just revenge my old stupid self for making that mistake to sell that, because I'm just kicking myself because I would just love to flip through my old collection right now. But the whole purpose of this series is not to recreate my old collection by any means. I know that's unrealistic and it would not really be in the spirit of the series. I'm really just trying to build a collection of old school-esque kind of cards, not like newer stuff necessarily, but more so older stuff that my childhood self would be proud of. My childhood self would be like, wow, this is a really cool collection. And also one that can kind of go head to head with my old school collection. And we have a long way to go. We have $5,000 worth of things to kind of make ground to make up. But this series is called Pokemon from Scratch, but there is a little bit of a misconception because I do have a couple of odds and ends, Pokemon-wise, that I've collected over the years or had just from buying collections. It's really not much, guys. When I was selling my collection, I couldn't sell this card. There was just some damage to it and nobody really wanted it. And if I was gonna sell it for like $5, I was like, you know what? I'm just gonna keep it because I love this art, old school artwork, and Vaporeon's one of my favorite Pokemon. I love the evolutions, and so I kept it. I just kept it. So this is my scratch, and that's actually the only card I owned. Besides, I have an Omnistar, a foreign Omnistar my dad found in the back of his van like a couple months ago. So this is like the extent of my Pokemon collection as of like a couple weeks ago. And so I didn't want to just make this introductory video and not have anything else to put into the video. So I actually started this series personally a few weeks back, trying to pick up things in trades, trying to pick up old Pokemon stuff. And I actually got these Pokemon cards in a trade. And it was a trade for Yu-Gi-Oh and Pokemon. And so I was able to get some Pokemon out of it. And in turn, I was able to get some really cool cards. And it's not like anything has insane value, but I got this Raichu. I got this Ivysaur. It did have a little bit of damage. These cards aren't in perfect shape, but this is a card I used to have in my old collection. So it's cool to see this card again. Rayquaza, again, it's not in perfect condition, but it's a cool card. Cool old school card. Same with Latios, not in perfect condition, but I remember seeing that card when I was younger. And then one of the bigger cards from this little trade here would be this Rayquaza. Pretty cool card that has a little bit of value. So we get to add these to our collection right away, and I got these via trade. With this series, I would like to not spend much money. The whole purpose of this series is to kind of trade my way up or try to get some good deals that can kind of keep us around spending a very little amount of money. It would kill the point of the series if I just spent $5,000 and bought my old collection. That's not what I'm trying to do. I'm not trying to just buy my way around. I want to try to earn it through getting deals, good deals, or through trading. So I got these cards, so you can lay them out here. And then I also went, so I didn't spend any money on this. And then I also found somebody on Facebook Marketplace selling some cards, and I got actually a pretty good deal. I spent $45, and in that I got a base set Venusaur. I never really had the base set cards because these are the kind of cards that were burned in my house fire. So this is a really cool base set Venusaur. And then I got a Topps Charmander. And then these are a couple newer cards that I got in this purchase, and I just thought they look cool. I think this is worth like $1. Pikachu VMAX. This card actually has some value. It's worth like 20 bucks. So I'm trying to sell that maybe and try to get some more old school stuff. Then I have Dark Gyarados, these rare old school cards that are in good shape. Actually go for a decent amount. So got a Gyarados, got a Electabuzz, promo, got a Gengar. This card's beat to crap, but it's a cool old school card, and it just kind of gives us some vintage vibe to our collection. Got a Light Golduck, another old school rare, and then you can't go wrong with some Pikachus. So we got a Jungle Pikachu, as well as I think that's Gym Heroes or Gym Challengers, I don't remember. But we got Lieutenant Surge Pikachu, and then you can't go wrong with getting the base set Bulbasaur and Charmander. And so a couple cards to add to the collection. Right off the bat, I spent $45 for these. I think I got a pretty good deal. And so for this series, I will be using TCG Player to kind of put the values up, and I believe we are right around $138-ish with this collection. Some of the big money cards would be the Venusaur, maybe the Rayquaza and the Raichu, but also this tag team card has a little bit of value, as well as some of the rare cards in here. But this is the start of a long journey. We have a lot of ground to make up. We are like $100 or so chipping away at this $5,000 collection from my childhood. So I hope you guys want to stick around for the ride. If you do, go ahead and follow me on Instagram. Subscribe to this YouTube channel. I'm going to be chipping away at this as long as I can until I get there. And so I hope you guys are wanting to hang around for the ride. When it comes to my collection, a couple cards that I really want that are from my childhood collection would be the Skyridge Umbreon and then the Delta Charizard. Those are two cards that I just really have a lot of nostalgia to me, and they were bigger cards that I enjoyed when I was a kid. Umbreon's one of my favorite Pokemon, so probably is my favorite Pokemon. So I'd really like to have that card. And then maybe some of the old Deltas, and we can just kind of go from there. The rest of the collection doesn't need to really be one for one with my old school one. But appreciate you guys for watching and tuning in, and hope to see you guys around. Peace.